Hope everybody is doing okay. Hope everybody had a good weekend. I did. I just want to continue on my series Self-Love, and just to encourage somebody this afternoon to accept yourself the way God made you. God did not make a mistake in making you the way He did. He made us all differently. Some people are tall, some are short, some are fat, some are slim, some are light skin, some are dark skin, black, white, brown, yellow. God made us all different to show how beautiful and how awesomely and how infinitely He can make different things out of the same thing. Don't define yourself by your outer appearance. When I was in school one day, one student teased another because she was small, and the one who was teased turned around and looked at the big one and said, "Look, I may be small on the outside, but I am very big on the inside." And she so emphasized how big she is, and I thought that was so courageous and admirable. You know how she stood up for herself. And I was happy because she and I were almost the same height and the same size. So I was happy that there is she saw more value on who she is on the inside than what she was on the outside. Don't define yourself by how you look outwardly and how other people judge you and define what beauty should be. You are beautiful. You are special just the way you are. Sometimes people who look gorgeously outside, well put together and all that, they may not be all that put together on the inside. And sometimes if they give you the problems that some of those people have, you will not be able to handle them. You will prefer yourself just the way you are. It is not all about how you look outside. What values do you have? Do you ever reach out to help somebody else? Do you do other things for others other than yourself because you're all, "Hey, I'm so pretty, hey, I'm so gorgeous, oh, look at me, it's all about me, me, me." I had a hard time accepting myself the way I am. And for good reason. I thought, I'm light skinned. Many people around me growing up were not light skinned. My eyes, a different color. I did not like my eyes at all, and I'm short. So to me, I had so many things against me that I retreated. I stayed on my own because I got teased a lot in school. Some people call me banana. You look like banana. You look like the sun. You look like papaya. Anything red, fire. They called me any name that came to their mind, and that did not make me feel good at all. I hated the way I looked. But then when I was in high school, I was in a taxi, and the taxi driver said, "Oh, I could like to have a baby with you so my child can have the color of your eyes." And I thought about it. I'm like, is he crazy? Why would he want to hate his child so much as to make the child have these eye colors? Because I hated my eyes. Then I traveled and I went to Korea. That was my first time of coming in contact with people from different nationalities, Europeans, Canadians, Americans. And I always had compliments about the color of my eyes. And some people always ask me, "Are those the colors of your eyes, or are you wearing contacts?" I'm like, "No, they're my eye colors." And I always like, "Oh, they are so pretty." And I was surprised, like, these are pretty? There are things about you that you may not like. Those same things that you may not like about yourself may be things that other people find attractive and beautiful. None of us have we didn't have any choice on how we are made. You just found yourself. You were born the way you were born. People who were blind did not ask to be blind. Those that are deaf did not ask to be deaf. Those that are crippled did not ask to be crippled. But God has put gifts and talents in each and every one of us that we can use to better ourselves. Let us focus on our good side, on the good things that God has placed in us. When I was in Moscow, one day I went to the airport and I saw a girl that is the most beautiful girl I've ever seen. To me, she was an epitome of beauty. From her hair, her clothes, her shape. She was so well put together that the whole of that evening, I just spent the whole time staring at her. When she moved, I moved. When she was walking around, I walked around. But I didn't make her feel like I was like scared, staring. I stood at a distance, but all along admiring her. 6 months forward, one day I went to a hostel to make a phone call. And I heard this scream. It's from excruciating pain. And everybody ran towards that direction, and I was curious. I ran towards the direction too to see what was happening. To my greatest shock, it was this girl I had seen at the airport. Her boyfriend had beaten her and gave her a cut, a big gash on the side of her eye, and blood was oozing out. And she just sat there crying. And I looked at it, I was surprised. This girl is about 5'6", 5'7", 5'8". She was that tall. And her boyfriend was probably about 5'3". And he did not look like outwardly anything to write home about. Most guys will give a lot just to be next to this girl. And here she was. This guy was just treating her like she was nothing. At the time, I was dating a guy that thought I was a big deal. This guy almost worshipped the ground that I walked on. He treated me really, really nice with respect and care. But I did not see it. I wondered, like, what is the big deal? You know, why was he making so much of a big deal about me? Being in that hostel that day and seeing how that girl was treated, she looked shabby. The new growth on her hair was like this thick. Her appearance was nothing to write home about. You can still see that she is a beautiful girl. But everything that, how she looked like the first day that I saw her, was all gone. That day, I made a decision to accept myself the way I am. It's not all about outer beauty. It's about the values that you have inwardly. What is your contribution to yourself, to the people around you, to the society? I do a lot of hair. A lot of women come to my shop, and very pretty women, but it's hard for you to see a woman who will just feel like they are beautiful. It's always like, oh, my forehead is too big, oh, my head is big, oh, my face is too slim, oh, my face is too wide, oh, my this is too this. So what? Your eyes may be fat, your nose may be big, your ears may be huge, you may have a big belly, big legs, big everything. So what? Is that all you are made of? Your outer appearance? If God were to take every other gift and talents he's given you and made you just look pretty on the outside and empty on the inside, will you like that? How dare you condemn what God has made, what he said he has fearfully and wonderfully made? Start appreciating yourself for who you are. You are special. You are beautiful just the way you are. Carry yourself with dignity. Carry yourself with respect. If you need to go to school and improve on yourself. If you need to touch up on your outward appearance, there are beauticians who can do that. There are estheticians who can do that. But whatever you do, don't look down on yourself just because you think you don't look like the next person. You cannot deal with the problems the next person is facing. Your problems are enough for you, and you are just great. Define yourself by how your maker defines you. You are wonderfully made. And next time somebody tells you that you are not beautiful, tell them, oh yeah, you are. God said you are beautiful, and you are beautiful. There is much more in you than how you look. I pray to God today that his grace may be sufficient enough for you to accept yourself and see yourself the way God sees you. You are beautiful.